is working with ribbon. So whether that's making wreaths, or making bows, or decorating Christmas trees, I like ribbon. And for those of you that have seen some of my videos, you're probably like, why do you have so many hobbies? And how do you have so many hobbies? Well, I'll tell you my little secret as to how I get away with having so many hobbies is I wait for other people to quit their hobbies. And they're looking to get rid of all of the stuff from their hobby that they used to do. So, like ribbon, they will be like, oh, I don't want to do wreath making anymore. I have all this stuff. I got a huge, I mean huge amount of ribbon from somebody who was giving up their hobby of wreath making. None of the ones I'm showing you today are from that, but maybe in another video I'll show you all of those. So this is a wire-edged ribbon in a pretty purple color. Similarly, this is a wire-edged ribbon in a very pretty lavender color. This one's quite see-through. It's actually very hard to tell that it's purple unless it's like doubled up or it's against something white or maybe with another purple. I like to put this one and the last one together, and they really complement one another with the light and the dark. I really like what these spools sound like. Because they're cardboard, but they have like a cutout in them, so it amplifies the sound a little bit. And the fact that it sounds a little hollow is pretty. The next ribbon I have is actually called Decorative Trim. So it's a very like soft cord, almost like a shoelace, but definitely thicker than that. Or thinner, I guess I should say. Well, I don't know. This could be the same diameter as some shoelaces, but definitely smoother than any shoelace I have. And this is in like a white color. I don't use this for wreath making, usually more for like wrapping presents and tying a bow on a present. This is the exact same thing, but in purple. Go figure. So it's just like a really smooth, silky cord. I think that sounds cool when I let it unravel. This next one is brand new in the wrapping still. It's blue and white sparkles. I bought this with the intention to use it Christmas wreath or just winter wreath. Because I'm a huge fan of blue and white or blue and silver for Christmas. I'm really not a fan of red and green. Partly because they clash so bad, but also because I just really don't like the color red. But blue and white just remind me of winter and snow, and they're just beautiful to me. This year, I think I want to make my Christmas tree like very ridiculous, like neon and like magenta and purple and teal and orange. I think that sounds so fun. Like, who does not want just like the happiest of colors and most ridiculous of things during Christmas? I think that would be a good time. This next one is just a polyester, or maybe even satin. Yeah, I think satin ribbon. It has this kind of loops around the edges, which just give it a little bit more excitement. So similarly, I would use this to do presents, wrap presents and tie a bow on top. This next one is a pretty just standard polyester ribbon. It's just white. It does not have wire edges. It's pretty basic. But this comes in handy on all sorts of projects. This next one is so fun. Of course, it's my favorite color, purple. And it's kind of somewhere between a ribbon and a tulle, and even like a burlap. However, it's all plastic. But look at how pretty and shiny. It's got like a tinsel running through it. If I give it some squeezes, it kind of feels like a sponge. It makes some nice little crinkly sounds. This probably makes the best sound of all of the ribbons I will show you today. So let's spend some time on it here. Now moving on to a very just basic gift ribbon that you would tie a gift up and then maybe use a scissors and curl the ends. This one in particular works very well. I don't know if it's about the ribbing that's on it, but when I curl it, it's really, really good. And this is such a pretty color. It's just like mesmerizing to look at. The next one is kind of like tulle, but it's almost more like a linen. It's a very finely woven, I don't even know if you call it a ribbon at this point, but it is similar. When you bunch it up, it's such a pretty color, and then when you undo it, it's pretty sheer. I think this would make really pretty flowers if I were to wrap it properly and make it look like, you know, a rose or a carnation, and bouquet it or put it on wreaths like that. It has a lot of loose strings. You can see me getting my fingers caught in it. That's the only bad thing about this, is it does fray quite easily, but it's very pretty. Just a couple more left. So this one is actual twine. Looks like I've really used quite a bit of this. I generally don't use twine too often. Probably most in the fall. Something about twine just feels very fall-like to me. This next one is pretty fun. So this is like a braided cord, and to me it kind of looks like a candy cane. I definitely will use this in a winter themed project. It's got like glitter in it. It's so pretty, and it's actually wire ribbon too, so it'll hold a shape, which is so fun. How cute is that? Looks like a little piggy tail. I wish I would have found this in more colors. I definitely like this. And that's some unique sounds. This one is just another polyester. It's pink with gold trim, which is so pretty. I bought this. A friend asked me to decorate a party for her, and this was the color scheme she was going with. So I bought this giant amount, and I only used a relatively small portion of it, so I have all of this left. So I either need to decorate another party that is light pink and gold, or find some other thing to use it for, because this is probably going to last me the rest of my life, which is fine. I am very intentional on not being wasteful. I reuse ribbon whenever I can. And even when people like give me gifts that have ribbon on it, I find ways to reuse that in other projects. best day and the best sleep.